discuss in the second slide, which is diving into the data, right? You will look at the data, you will look at what is the data type of different columns. Are the columns correct or not, right? Are there null values there? This is what you will process matlab you will just look at the different columns and you will make sense if this column is useful to you or not, right? What kind of information is this column giving to you? Data cleaning comes after data processing, where you will look at the columns, you will look at duplicates, nulls, right? Like you will spend a lot of time here to make sure that your data is actually clean and you can actually derive some meaningful insights. Because if you just do it on like raw data that you get from Google, it won't make sense and your insights might not be correct, right? Then you have exploratory data analysis step, where you actually have like a lot of like exploration stage, right? Like as the name suggests, you will actually explore the data, meaning that you will look at the patterns, like the same second step that we discussed in the second slide. So you will look at okay, for example, we now need to make a histogram, or maybe I need to make a scatter plot or a bar plot to understand the relations between the cancellation rates and commission rates. Or maybe I need to look at what are the distinct values that I have, or what are the different type of category of rights that I offer, right? So all of these comes under exploration stage, where you will actually look at the data and you will actually try to make sense out of it, right? Like you will actually explore a lot. You will make a lot of data, you will make a lot of charts here, you will make a lot of correlation charts, heat maps, just to understand the data itself, right? So this is the exploration stage. Then comes models and algorithms, right? So when you are working in a data science project, you actually work with models and algorithms. They are nothing but some kind of mathematical equations and statistical equations that are there already inbuilt. You don't have to do anything, right? You just plug some data in and then it gives you some forecast, right? For example, with X value, what is the Y value, right? So you just have to plug some data in, and they're already inbuilt in a lot of algorithms, and you just have to plug the data and it will give you some results or some forecast, right? Then you try to make sure that these predictions are accurate, right? Like you try to match the like your training accuracy and then how it predicts on test accuracy, right? Like you try to maximize that. So this is what comes into model and algorithms. Once you have that, then you communicate and visualize reports. Once you have some predictions, and maybe like we were discussing, right? Like for example, from your models, you forecasted that with 5% increase in commission, there would be actually 20% churn in drivers, right? 20% of our drivers would leave if we again increase our commissions by 5% in this region, right? So this is an insight that you would share with your stakeholders by some reports, like in different time periods. Maybe you're looking at a different monthly granularity or daily granularity, right? Like whatever, right? So this is kind of a report that you would share with your stakeholders to make a decision. The last step is data product, wherein think of it like as something which is using your predictions, right? Think of it like a pipeline. So for example, you have some predictions now, maybe you have some upstream tables, or some tables which are actually using those predictions to make some decisions on the app, right? For example, I know that this driver has a probability of churn by 90% if I increase this commission by 5% for him, right? Maybe on some upstream tables we are calculating probabilities and then we are excluding that driver from the increase in commissions, right? So we are making some decisions on top line based on the predictions that you made in the last step, right? So this is where your data product comes in picture, where you make some a product out of it, where you actually can make some um, on the app, or maybe some backend tables, something like that, which will come out as a data product, right? Again, this is not something that a lot of data scientists do. I don't know, a lot of engineers do it. They make some top line products on top of your ETLs and your predictions, where you are making that model and then you deploy it, right? So this is where the last step comes in picture, right? Everybody clear with all the steps that we discussed, or is there anything that I need to discuss again? Okay, all good. Can I move on now? Okay, let's look at the problem statement now, right? So the first problem statement that we have is that, again, the same problem. There is a frustrated Uber driver, Suresh, and he's saying that he is not getting enough rides and he's leaving Uber, right? So this is a classic case of churn where the driver is leaving not because of commission increases but not enough demand. Okay, everybody clear with this problem statement? Okay, let's move on. So now CEO of Uber, right? He's saying how do we make sure that our drivers get enough rides, right? So there is a problem statement. Um, okay. That the CEO is saying that we need enough drivers to maintain our demand, right? If you do not maintain enough riders on road, you would have a classic case of what? Of surge pricing. And also you would have a classic case of demand pause, right? Because you would not have enough drivers to serve the rides, right? So this is what the Uber CEO is asking, and now you have to solve this, right? So this is a problem statement. Now, find the total number of ride bookings for each hour to identify peak demand periods for the drivers, right? So, what could be one of the solutions? One of the solutions could be that we need to identify those peak demand hours, right? Where we can allocate those drivers to. For example, I'm a driver in some region in Delhi, right? But if I know that there is a peak demand happening in some south region, right? I can move my driver to that region, right? During this peak hours. Correct? So this is one of the solutions that can save these drivers to leave Uber. Correct? Did everybody get it? All clear? Everybody got it? Yes, no, so I can move on, guys, or I can stay on because I have a lot of questions to cover. Okay. So, how many of you know count in SQL? I think most of you would say newbie, right? Okay, let's move on. So this is how Raj sees the data, right? Again, the data is messed up, and like there are a lot of columns here we do not understand. Even if I kind of like do this, you won't understand it, right? So what do we need to do? We need to use SQL to tackle this data, right? So you will have trip ID, trip time, time frame, origin, duration, payment method, and payment amount, right? So I am sharing this data, guys. Please take a note of this. Okay, so this is how you will see the data. Okay, this is how you will see the data. I want all of you to go to file, download as a CSV. Okay, I won't repeat how to set up SQL, so please follow with me quickly. Go to file, download it as a CSV first. Let me know if this is done. Okay, let me know if this is done, if you have downloaded. Yes, no? Okay, cool. So once everybody has done this, I have shared one more link, which is to connect SQL. Okay, connect SQL. Birendra, what is the problem? It's just download, right? फटाफट download करो. Okay, now go to this link, SQL Online. Okay, click on this button. Please follow with me. Everybody, stop everything. Please follow me. Click on this, add database. Click on import. Okay, click on import. There is this file button, open. Then go to your file which you downloaded, right? Which was this Uber one, right? So I have opened this. Now I will get this window. Please, 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 very important. Instead of new auto in column name, click on first line. So it won't auto generate a new column. If you just let this way, एक नया column generate हो जाएगा, right? But I want this to be first line. So it would automatically take trip ID, trip time frame, and then click on OK. Okay, it won't work for me because I already have it. But once you do, you will see the database on the left hand side for you. Let me know if this is clear or I need to repeat anything. Please repeat. Okay, सबने download कर लिया, right? Everybody has downloaded. File download CSV. This is complete, right? This is complete, correct? Now go to this SQL Online जो मैंने अभी link share किया है. Go to this tab, click on import, go to open, file select karo, whatever you downloaded, just select that file. So this is where it is, this one, right? Open. I have this window. I hope everybody is until this window, right? Guys, it's in the chat. Why are you not looking at the chat? I have shared the link again. I have shared both the links again. Please follow me. Please follow me. So everybody is until this tab, right? Everybody is until this tab, right? Everybody is done until this tab, correct? First step क्या? First step कुछ भी नहीं है. First step is downloading the data. First step is downloading the data. Then going to this window, this link, going to this, click on import, click on open, then click on the data that you have, whatever data you have, open. Then this tab comes. First tab not match. क्या match नहीं हो रहा है? Guys, where is it? Where is the problem? Can you tell me? Where is the problem, guys? What is not working? Ayush, what is not working? क्या काम नहीं कर रहा है? यहाँ पे import, click on import. Just click on the data that you have. This, correct? Guys, can you tell me if everybody is until this link? Everybody is until this window? Can you please quickly tell me, because I don't have a lot of time and I want to cover a lot of questions today. Import desktop कैसे काम नहीं कर रहा है? क्या? What is the error? Click on this. Import. What is the error for you? Okay, ready? So just ये window आते ही click on, instead of column name, click on first line. So it would automatically retrieve your first row as a column. Okay, and then just click on OK. Done? Everybody done? Everybody done, guys? Mm, let's move. Okay. So now that you have the database, okay, I want you to write this first query. Okay. How do I retrieve whatever I have here, right? How do I retrieve whatever I have here? I will say select star from the table name. Okay. I will say select star from the table name. This is the query that I will write. किस चीज का ऑप्शन नहीं आ रहा है, किस चीज का ऑप्शन नहीं आ रहा है गाइस, किस चीज का ऑप्शन नहीं आ रहा है? Did you allow the file to be there? I think there are some settings that you need to do, but I think this is a public link that should allow you to import the files. Change your folder where have you downloaded your file, import it from there. Okay guys, can you please help your other students, because I do really want to cover the questions. Can I move on guys? Priyanka, this error that you're getting is coming because you have already imported the data, right? It says already exist for you. Please read the error. So then what is the problem? Table कैसे नहीं show हो रहा है? अच्छा, what you can do is you can delete the table, right? Or drop table, sorry. It will drop the table for you and then you can again import it. Okay, you can write this query drop table and this will automatically just drop the table for you. Okay, and then you can again import. Okay, I have never spent this much time on setting things up, guys, because I really want to cover a lot of concepts today. It's fine if the setup is not ready right now, right? Let's just look at the videos. Whoever is not able to set it up right now, and then you can set it up later. Okay. Uh, where is the data? Uh, okay. Cool. Everybody aligned? Yeah, Satyam, that is what I mentioned, right? You have to download it as a CSV, not as an Excel. I don't know. Can I move on, guys, or do you want me to again spend 15 more minutes on this? Okay. So this is done, right? Now we have few questions that we need to complete. I know we will not be able to complete all of them, but I will try to cover as much as possible. And then I will also let our alumni who will be joining shortly to kind of walk everybody through the platform and share her journey steps with you. And we will try to cover as much as possible today, right? So the first question is find the details of trip with highest payments, right? Find the trip with highest payment, right? So before I do that, right, let's run this query, right? Let's look at the data कि इसमें है क्या क्या, right? First you have trip ID, which is like a primary key which gives you information about the trip. Then you have trip time कि how much trip time lasted, right? मतलब 40 minutes I was in the cab, right? देन वी हैव टाइम फ्रेम कि कितना टाइम फ्रेम लगा है, अगर 3 से 4 घंटे के बीच में है तो 346 लिखा है, राइट? फॉर एग्ज़ाम्पल अगर 7 घंटे की राइड है तो 7 टू 8 आवर्स का टाइम फ्रेम है, राइट? देन वी हैव ओरिजिन टू डेस्टिनेशन कि नवी मुंबई से सोलापुर जा रहे हैं, थाने से मुंबई, पुणे टू अमरावती, राइट? देन वी हैव पेमेंट मेथड्स, राइट? कि हाउ आर यू पेइंग फॉर द राइड, एंड देन व्हाट वाज द एक्चुअल पेमेंट, राइट? व्हाट वाज द actual payment, right? So this is the data that we have, right? I hope everybody is clear with the data. Okay. So this is the data. Now I want to find out the highest payment amount, right? I want to find out highest payment amount, right? So how will I do that, right? Does anybody know who already has some background, or should I go ahead? Right. So you will just copy paste this same script, right? Then there is a clause which is called order by, right? So this clause will order your entire table by the column that you mention after order by, right? For example, I'm mentioning whichever one. Let's text one. Payment amount, right? Not method, sorry. So I need to select payment amount, and then I will select descending. What is descending? Descending will take in like first highest, right? So this is how I will basically sort my entire data based on the payment amount descending. Okay, all clear? You can also do this, and you can also sort it, or you can just select max payment amount from Uber, right? Like you guys mentioned, you can also do this. So it will give me highest payment amount, right? Highest payment amount with the entire trip data that I have. Okay, all clear with these two options? Any questions? Okay, let's move on to the next question. The next question is list all the trips that lasted longer than 40 minutes. Okay, list all the trips longer than 40 minutes. Okay, so what do you guys think we should do? So let's run our data again, right? 40 minutes से ज़्यादा जितनी भी हमारी ट्रिप्स हैं हमें वो सारी ट्रिप्स चाहिए, right? All the trips that lasted longer than 40 minutes, we need that. Okay, how can I get those trips? Does anybody have any idea? So 40 minutes is other, right? For example, like not this one, but maybe these ones, right? So let's make it simple, right? Let's make it simple. List all the trips in time frame 2 to 3. Okay, I have made the question simple. List all the trips, list all the trips where the time frame is greater than or equal to 2 to 3. Okay, this column. Can you tell me how I have to how I have to kind of use the where clause? Anybody know? Does anybody know? Okay, so I will share how we will do it. Right? You will again use the simple same query, right? Same query, and then you will use a where clause, right? What is a where clause? It allows you to filter based on a condition, right? So what is my condition? That time frame should be greater than equal to 2 to 3. Would this work? I don't think this would work. Or would this work? No, right? See, I'm still getting 0 to 1. So maybe this is a text column, so I need to kind of make it a string. Would this work? This works, right? Because time frame is a text column. I need to use a string, right? In comma, in commas, if you mention it, it would actually filter based on the time frame. Okay, all clear? Okay. Let me check if our okay. So let's move on. Okay. I hope this question is clear, right? I hope this question was clear. Why, how we used where clause, how we used order by, all of that. I think the recording will be shared with you on email. Guys, can you tell me at least yes, no? Because I have been teaching and nobody is responding, and I don't know if I'm going fast or if you guys are understanding or not understanding. So I can stop if you need a little bit more time to understand, or I can repeat some things. Okay, let's look at another question. Maybe let's look at this question, right? You will tell me how to solve this one. List all the trips paid using Google Pay. List all the trips paid using Google Pay, right? So let's look at our data again, right? So this is our data. I want to get all the trips where I have made the payment using Google Pay. Okay. So I will use similar where clause, but what would be my condition, guys? Can you tell me? What would be my condition if I use, if I need to filter out all the trips where the payment has been made using Google Pay? Where payment method is GPay. Okay, let's look at the value. The value is this one, right? So you should always prescribe the same value, right? So I will just change payment method is equals to, and in this case, you can, I think you can use equals to as well. Let's see, Google Pay, right? So this works, right? So you just basically are filtering the same table and you're just using the same where clause, but the condition is different based on the question. Okay, all clear? You don't need bracket, Samira. You don't need bracket. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's solve the last question. Okay. Which payment method is used the most? Okay. The question is which payment method is used the most? Okay. So how do I know which payment method is used the most? Right. So different payment methods, right? And unka total payment amount, right? So total payment amount by payment method, right? This is what I want, right? So not the count, guys, I need total payment method, right? So what I can do is I will do select star from Uber, whatever my data is. Then I will use something called, which is called a group by, right? I need to basically sum up all the cost or all the payments made in UPI, then all the payments made in Google Pay, all the payments made by credit card, right? So I need to group it by the payment method, right? So I will write payment method sum of payment amount. Okay. Then group by payment method. Correct? So this is how I will get the total payment amounts by payment method. Okay. Everybody clear? Everybody clear, or should I repeat? Okay. Um okay. So I hope this question was clear, right? And then you can just order it by the payment amount, and then you can just limit it to first to get the highest one. And we can see most of this is by cash, right? So this answers our last question, which is payment method which payment method is used the most, right? Okay, not 465 times. Okay, apne trips. Okay. Okay, you can do it as well. So this is by total payment amount. You can actually also calculate the total trips by each payment amount. So you can do what? So basically, this all would be same, right? You will just do count of trip ID, right? This will give you count of trips by payment method. Okay, again, cash is used the most. So in both cases, even like payment amount is higher and the total trips are also higher in cash. Okay, so I will take a little bit of break so you can digest this information, and then I will welcome our alumni. Maybe we'll do a few more questions until then, but now I'll invite her, and then she will speak a little bit about her experience and her journey, and you can ask any questions from her. Hi Mansi, can you hear us? Can you hear us, Mansi?
Nidhi, can you hear me?
Yes, yes, I can
Yeah,
hear
hi
you.
Nidhi, how are you?
Good, good. How are you?
Yeah, doing great. So, yes, yeah, hi. Actually, hi everyone. My name is Mansi Mishra. So, I graduated in the year 2022 and I'm currently working at Indigo. It's been already 1.8 years working with Indigo and I'm looking for a switch for sure. And I'll be coming up with the next organization maybe very soon, right? So, ठीक है, so it was a very decent journey with Newton School and with Indigo as well because I joined this course maybe in the month of June 2023 and I pursued my like I completed my very first phase, that is data analyst phase, and right after I got placed at Indigo, and it's been a long time. So if I talk about the curriculum, mentor and everyone was really helpful, and actually Newton School helped me to land this opportunity, so I'm working over here. So, Nidhi, would you please allow me to share my screen so that I can show like how the curriculum was?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm just sharing. I hope my screen is visible, right?
Yep.
Okay. ठीक है. Okay, so that's how the portal looks like this way. ठीक है. When I was live in the course, my all the assignments, quizzes and lectures, contests, सब कुछ यहाँ पे available था. But as of like I have done this course and I'm not a part of this course anymore, so I have my pending lectures over here. If I'll go to the lectures, I can just view all my recorded lectures. ठीक है, what I haven't seen, and this was my performance before joining Indigo. And if I talk about like these are the group sessions and all, like whatever the sessions were held for me, so these are the details of the sessions. And if I talk about the notes, so you need not to take out your pen and notebooks and all and to write all the things out, because you'll be getting notes also available over here, ठीक है, in the portal itself. So it's again a very very beneficial thing. So now I'm going to be telling you the reason why did I join Newton School over other edtechs. There were two particular reasons for the same. So one was like lifetime placement assurance, and another one was like placement grooming, like sorry, one-on-one mentor sessions. So one-on-one mentor sessions में क्या होता है, I'll be there, my mentor will be there. If I do have any doubts, I can just go out and clear my all the doubts with my mentors. So which kind of session is like, let's suppose you have a session with Nidhi, ठीक है, and due to some reason you couldn't ask something, or maybe you didn't understand something, you still have some doubts, and like due to hesitation you didn't ask. So now what you can do is you can just go ahead and book a mentor session. So mentor will be there, he'll be teaching you alone. So it is kind of a one-on-one classes, so like that it is. So these are my like previous mentor catch-ups. And second particular reason is lifetime placement assurance. Let's suppose I have joined Indigo, and now I'm looking for a switch, and it's been a really like great time with Indigo and enough time. So I'm looking for an opportunity further. So what is going to happen is that I'll be going ahead and like I'm going to be talking to Newton School because I'm already in touch with Newton School. Okay. So what I can do is I can come back to Newton School for the referrals for future references. So again, my like sessions are going on, my placement grooming sessions are going on. So like this way it is going. Okay. Abhi, these were the like two particular reasons for the same. Now let's talk about this part. So leaderboard is again something very cheering, and it's like this will give you the motivation. Okay, to come up with the good ones and innovatives. So whatever the assignment and quizzes are assigned to us na, in the class, what are we going to do is we are going to yes. So let's suppose one who is completing all the assignment quizzes and everything on time or maybe before other peers, they are coming at first, second, and third like this way. So I didn't do something from so long, that's why I'm coming here at zero. Okay. Now let's take this further. ठीक है. तो अरेना सेक्शन में क्या होगा? सी यहाँ पे वेट हाँ, तो अरेना सेक्शन अगेन such a useful session section, because इसमें क्या है ना, you will be getting all the like relevant questions for the practice purpose. You need not to go to some other platforms for this purpose as well, and you can just go ahead and book your session. You can just go ahead and solve your doubts and everything. ठीक है. तो यहाँ पे आप टॉपिक के हिसाब से इसको फ़िल्टर कर सकते हो, डिफ़िकल्टीज़, कंपनीज़ एंड मॉड्यूल के हिसाब से। सो एज़ पर योर मॉड्यूल्स, ऑल द मॉड्यूल्स आर अवेलेबल, ठीक है? ये हो गया। उसके बाद आगे बढ़ते हैं। ये प्लेसमेंट वाला पार्ट तो विल बी अगेन ओपनिंग फॉर यू फॉर सम टाइम, ठीक है? आफ्टर योर वेरी फर्स्ट फेज़, डेटा एनालिस्ट फेज़ के बाद ये ओपन हो जाएगा, ठीक है? ये हो गया। उसके बाद योर स्ट्रीक विल बी मेंटेन्ड ओवर हियर, ठीक है? तो उसका आप you leave about it. Next. ठीक है. So these, what I'm going to do is I'm going to like fill my basic details over here. ठीक है. These are my basic details. Like these are my projects. This is my like these are my like this is my experience and so on and so forth. So as per the details I'll be entering over here, I can just get my resume generated over here. ठीक है. As per the details I'm entering. So for the resume part, for anything you need not to go to any other platform. You can just go ahead and book your session, and you can just like in one particular if I say so, in one particular platform you'll be getting everything available. So you need not to go to any other site for any such reasons. That's what I wanted to say.
Thank you, Mansi. Guys, if you have any questions from her, please ask any questions in the chat, and she'll be very happy to answer your questions about, any placement related questions, maybe. Any questions? Okay, I guess there are no questions. Thank you so much. And yeah, thank you so much, Mansi.
Okay, thank you, Nidhi. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night.
Bye. Okay. Okay. Let's continue. Okay, I need some advice from you guys. Do you think we should continue these questions, maybe, or let's quickly jump on to the few more slides? Because I think I have covered most of the questions, and there are a lot of questions that you can try it at yourself as well. So we have discussed these questions, right? Please take a screenshot of these questions, and then you will be able to practice these. So you can take a screenshot of this one. Then there are few more questions related to average trade time for each payment period, for example, top common routes, common revenues, right? So please do take a screenshot of this question as well, and then you can try these questions yourself as well. Okay, all done. Everybody done, guys? At least reply to me so I can know if I need to stop or wait for you. Okay, take a screenshot of this one. Let me know if done. Okay, this one. Done. Okay, let's move. So, yeah. Now, with all the questions that I shared, and I know we could not complete a lot of questions. I would really like, for us to kind of solve our issues, like technical issues, very, very quickly. So I can actually cover a lot of questions, in future. But it's fine. I think you have already, taken a screenshot. So I think you can practice a lot of questions there. They're all very simple. Whatever concepts we discuss, they are like just the tip of iceberg, like order by, group by. All of these are like very, very basic concepts. I do want to cover a lot of questions related to window functions, aggregates, all of these as well. And I think when you practice these questions that I shared with you, you would be able to practice these questions, and like you will be able to understand these concepts better, and you would know how important these concepts are if you want to solve these kind of business decisions, right? So whatever the problems that you will solve, we know now that, for example, Suresh, who was a frustrated driver, he knows exactly when to log in, right? Like, for example, we identified what is the most accepted payment method, or what is the most, how many trips are completed by each payment method. Most of it was by cash, right? Similarly, which is the common route that usually is on the peak, how many trips are by different origin and destination, right, routes, right? So now, by solving all the questions, you would know exactly that Suresh, for example, they know he was frustrated because he was not getting enough rides. But now with this information, he knows exactly when to log in, right? Like, demand is more, for example, in this region. If he switches to cash payment, he would be able to generate more completed rides for him, right? So this is the problem that we solve for Suresh. For customer, get right during peak hours. So now, if I know that during peak hours, this is how many rides that are getting satisfied by this many drivers, right? So now customers are also getting enough rides, because there is no surge pricing applied, and like there are enough drivers to support that ride, right? So this is what is being solved for customer. And for Uber, price surge during peak hours, more revenue, right? So for example, now they know that अब क्या होता है, when there is a surge pricing applied, drivers को commission तो उतना ही मिलता है, but surge pricing apply हो जाती है, because of which the price of the trip increases, right? So now their commissions are also increasing, and drivers, and Uber is also getting price surge rights for them, right? So more revenue. So this is the problem statement that we solved by this. Now both Raj and CEO, like, they're happy because they're able to solve this problem statement for Uber, which is a big problem for them, and they know that this is what drives the business. And they can focus, and they can reduce their churn, and they can use any other tool that you are comfortable with, any other portal, technical issues now happen in you. You can use any other tool that you are comfortable with, any other portal, technical issues now happen in you. If But I do really want to focus on the problem statements, looking at all the concepts. So now I will talk a little bit more about the course itself, right? So I think we have already met with Mansi. She has shared her journey steps with you. Now I will talk about the placement program, right? How does it work, and what are the steps to it? So the placement program and the portal that Mansi just showed you, I will just give you a brief in terms of the journey itself. The first is that, if you look at this slide, there are different phases to it, right? So if you see, there are basically, the course is for 14 months, but there are different phases at which you unlock the placement, right? The first phase is the data analyst phase, where you study Excel, SQL, Power BI. Second phase is business analyst phase, where you study Python. Third phase is machine learning phase, where you learn about machine learning. And the last stage is deep learning stage, where you learn about ML ops, right? So these are the four stage, and you will continue to keep on learning until 14 months. But if you want to unlock placement, for example, at the first phase, for example, I am somebody who's a fresher and I need placement as soon as possible, right? So for example, Mansi also kind of unlocked her placement at phase 1. So we will ask you, like, do you want to start your placements at this phase? If you say yes, you will start getting referrals, and your mock interviews will start, your grooming sessions will start, and based on that you will start getting placements. right? So this is how it works. For example, if somebody who is like 8 years or 10 years experience, I think you would want like placements at maybe phase 3 or phase 4, because your package, experience level, everything like depends on that, right? So if you agree that, I want to start placements at phase 3, you will start getting placements at phase 3, and you will like study until Python or machine learning, and then you start getting placements. Like you will be asked, what is your placement criteria, right? Like what pay do you want, or what level of location, whatever like your placement criteria are, do you want, and then you get referrals based on that, right? So this is the overall placement criteria that it works. Any questions on this, like how it works, or any kind of questions on it? Any questions on this? No, you need to be in college, or you need to be a graduate to be part of the course. Okay, all clear, guys? All clear? I don't know why you guys don't reply to me, because it seems like okay. Okay, so this first part is clear. Then I will talk about the people who are responsible for this phases, right? So you have success manager, industry mentor, instructor, placement mentors, mock interviews, and then expert doubt solvers, right? So all of them are like really important for your placement. Like as soon as you start enrolling, the first step is your success manager will talk to you, they will understand your goals, and then they will align you to a batch, right? For example, December batch, January batch, whatever, right? So this is how your batching and your onboarding, everything would be discussed by your success manager. Second is your industry mentor like me, and lot of other people from like a lot of different good companies like Google, Fractal, like we have mentors who are assigned to each batch. So each mentor, you can book a one-on-one session with them, you can book a doubt session as well. A doubt session is a different session, and a mentor session is a different session. So you can ask about your roadmap, or you can discuss interviews, you can discuss placements, everything with this mentor. And you can also ask for placements from them actually, right? So this is how an industry mentor works. Like I mentioned, I have been a mentor with the team from last 4 years, and this is my fourth batch which I'm taking. So I have been assigned to May batch, and there are a lot of other mentors who will be assigned to different batches, right? So this is how it works. Instructor is basically somebody who will actually instruct you, like take your live classes. So our live classes happen like Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, and you can attend them like 9 to 11 after work, after college, whatever. So you have time to attend these classes even when you're working, or if you have college assignments, whatever, right? So these classes are made for you, like that, right? Then you have placement mentors. So a placement mentor is like your placement coordinator who will take your classes. Like they will actually ask you about your placement criterias, right? Like for example, what is the level of pay do you want, or what is the level of this what is the location do you want, what are some of the roles that you want, right? So they will actually ask you about all these things. So they are clear about it, and they can align you with the same criteria, right? So this is how the placement mentors would work. Then you have mock interview. Mock interview is something like grooming sessions and everything. So for example, you completed phase 1, right? After you complete the phase 1, you will be asked that, okay, what is your criteria? You tell them the criteria, placement mentor discusses that, and then you will be aligned to a grooming session and mock interviews. So this is where they groom your resumes. They will ask you, a lot of mocks will happen. So these mocks are like actually there to make sure that when your actual interview happens, you are actually prepared for it, right? So they will take your mocks by internal mentors and also external people who will come in, and like through hire snap they will actually take your mocks and give you feedback, because it's impossible to get feedback when you're interviewing yourself, because you do not know which area you want to work on, right? You do not have a third person's perspective. So this is where mock interview comes in handy, and you are actually prepared, you're not scared of the interviews, and you can actually be confident when your interviews come up. So before your referrals, like before like 15 to 20 days, they will start your grooming sessions and prepare you for that, right? And the last is expert doubt solving, right? So expert doubt solving is nothing but that when you have your live classes in the third step, right, your 9 to 11 live classes, you can ask your doubts there. But for example, somebody is not comfortable with asking questions in live classes, or maybe they're not comfortable, or they did not ask it because like too many questions were there, or the instructor did not pick it up. You can also book a one-on-one doubt session where you can ask any doubts related to the class, related to the assignments, related to the projects, anything, right? So this is where you can take a one-on-one session with that instructor and they will solve your doubts there, right? So this is the overall the entire ecosystem that I wanted to discuss, starting from your placements, starting from your onboarding up until you're placed, your mocks, everything, right? So any questions on this, guys? Any questions on this? Anything that I can clarify again? Can I solve problem Sophia as I do it on lead code? Yes. Soumya, you can also solve it on, like you can solve it on any platform, but mostly these platforms are not updated, right? You'll see the questions are repeated. Sometimes the questions that are being asked on interviews, wo questions are not updated, right? This is why we have Arena, like Mansi showed you, where you can solve all the questions and they are updated. Like, for example, you had Soumya had an interview with Zepto, right? So whatever questions were asked from you, we will actually update it in our Arena section, where you can like question bank and you can solve these questions live, right? So everybody who is interviewing, they also know what kind of questions are being asked. So this platform is updated like every time somebody has an interview, right? Total course duration is 14 months, but you can choose to exit for placement anytime you want, like at different phases. You will be asked, if you got placed at phase 1, you will still keep on continuing to get access to the platform like your lifetime. You will still keep on getting access to the live classes, whatever, right? Like everything would work same for you. It's just that you will also be working, right? This is how it works. Yeah, obviously you will get certificate for the course. Why not? Okay. Any other questions on this? Any questions, guys, on this slide? Soumya, like I mentioned, you can look at repositories, and we actually have, like, when you become part of us, we will actually share updated data sets for you. Every time you have a project, we will share updated data sets with you. You can do it. Any batch student can do it, can be part of it. Okay, but like I mentioned, this is not enough. We have a lot of offline events that we organize, like you see, right? This is an international conference event that we organized, I think, last year, 9th to in July. uh, there are some health snacking summits that we organized by family. Then there was the skill surge event that we organized. There was this tech spark event that we organized. Then there was this one event where Jensen Huang also came in, so all the students were like really happy. So there are a lot of events that you can be part of, and you can actually, like, once you become part of us, you get invites to join them offline all over the India. So you don't feel like you're just logging in, joining an online course and just attending the classes, right? You should feel part of the community. When you meet people offline, you know what everything is like going around, and like what everyone is doing, and you get updates about the industry. When you meet people, maybe you get referrals as well. You form a community, right? So this is why we organize these events, so the students can feel part of the community as well. Okay. You can also check out our websites. I think there are a lot of details about these events there as well. On Instagram, there is definitely something there. So I hope this is good. Any questions on this? Any questions, guys? Difference between SQL and PostgreSQL. They are almost same. I mean, the language is different. Sorry, language is same. It's just the different databases. It's like SQL is the language, but we have MySQL, PostgreSQL. These are different. Um, you can say databases, or like the way you are using SQL. Different database management systems. Like, for example, Google Chrome versus Firefox, or maybe Google Chrome versus whatever other server, other Chrome, right? So basically different search engines, right? But the search itself is same, right? So that is the difference between SQL and PostgreSQL. Okay, any questions here? No, right? Okay, so now I will tell you how you can actually get, how you can enroll to become part of us. So, if you are interested to be part of us, you can put down your name in the chat, and counseling team will connect with you. Like, they will tell you everything about the course, and you can ask them a lot of questions about the placements. They will actually check your eligibility, if you are eligible for the course or not, which batch you're eligible for. They will check your like scorings or whatever, and then they can tell you, okay, this is the batch where you're eligible for, right? This is the test link which you can actually take. So once you have put down your name in the chat, the team will connect with you, and then you can give this test. This is a scholarship test which gives you a discount of up to 30 to 40,000. So based on your discounts, based on your scores in the test, this is an aptitude test, you will get a discount on your fees as well, right? So please put down your name in the chat. I am sure there are other scholarships as well running. I don't know about the details, but once you put down your name in the chat and talk to the team, you will get more details from them about what are the different scholarships that they have running. But this is the one that I shared. You can give this test. This is an aptitude test. Based on your scores in the aptitude test, you will get a call back, and you will get some understanding about what are the things running, and how you can make use of your investment. So that is why please put down your name in the chat, and the team will discuss with you about all the options. They will also look at your eligibility, and then you can ask about the placement numbers. They can actually tell you what placement, companies, and like, the pay and everything. So you can discuss more details with them. But do give your name in the chat if you want a little bit more details on this. Okay, all clear, guys? There is no option on mobile. What do you mean? Chat section में just आपको अपना name डालना है. You just have to put down your name, and the team will connect with you. I don't know about the sorry. I don't honestly I don't know about the yeah, I don't know about the exact scholarship amounts and the fees and everything. That is why I'm asking you to put down your name in the chat so the team can connect with you and they can give you actual details and everything, right? They would have more options to tell you, and you can ask a lot more, things. And even if you're not interested, right, talking to them, understanding if this option is good for you or not, is something that you can get rid of, right? Like, you can actually you spend a lot of time on Instagram, and like, we spend a lot of time on social media. So 2 minute baat करके at least you can be sure कि ये option मेरे लिए सही है या नहीं है, right? So that is why I'm asking you to actually just talk to them and then make your decision before just not before just rejecting it. uh okay, all good. Any doubts? If no doubt, if your questions are resolved, please do put down your name in the chat. I would really like to meet you all, and I would really like to understand if there are any other questions, and then we can think about. Uh, da, da, da. Just a moment. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Do put down your name in the chat. If you have any questions, please do let me know. I will let the chat open. Thank you.